Restlessness and attention. Abba Anthony. Restlessness often feels like a need to do more, think more, or change something immediately. But sometimes it's not a call to action, it's a lack of stillness. The desert tradition often points to the idea that the mind becomes clearer when it's not constantly pulled in different directions. Stillness is not inactivity, it's a different way of being present. Where does our restlessness come from? The need, or a habit, or modern technology, or that we need to prove ourselves in modern times from a lot of different directions. And sometimes we just have to chill.
Bartavoi, Jurnal Capitana 463.320.4.317.1200.
In 1885, scientist Louis Pasteur successfully tested his anti-rabies vaccine on a young boy bitten by an infected dog, completely altering medicine. But human behavior always stays strange. In 1905, this exact day marked the first time police in Europe and the US exchanged fingerprints to track down a suspect. 1905? Fingerprints? Jesus! It's also the day diarist Anne Frank and her family went into hiding in Amsterdam in 1942. For birthdays, it's the birthday of iconic Mexican painter Frida Kahlo in 1907, and the day legendary jazz trumpet Louis Armstrong passed away in 1971.
Good morning. Another day where I want to be so lazy and sleep another 3 hours. And the thought that I woke up with was I need to do my run in Regina or Bologna Flying J. But my other thought is, well, we did have a past experience there, so if I stop more, that was the second alarm.
Hello, Mr. C.
It's 4:45 a.m. Right now in Lethbridge, it's 7 degrees and clear. Today, it'll be sunny with a forecasted high of 23 and a low of 7.
You have one task. On the 7th day every month at midnight, Efrem Day, Ziua Tehnologiei și Sportului.
Why are archaeologists so annoyed? They always have a bone to pick. Have a wonderful day.
Wow. Okay. As I was saying, I wanted to run in Regina, but I'm a little bit hesitant with the past experience. We'll see how I feel. Also, the run today is gonna be absolutely a bloodbath. So I have what it's called a fartlek or rolling 300s. So I do a few kilometers for warm up, then I do 300 meters at 95% of my speed, then 300 meters at 90% of my speed. That's a repetition, those 600 meters. Repeat that 7 times without rest between the repetitions, and then do another 2-3 kilometers of cool down. Yep, it's gonna be mental. Rugăciunea de luni. Doamne Iisuse Hristoase, cu adâncă umilință recunosc și mărturisesc în toate ziua păcătuiesc contra iubirii tale dumnezeiești. Trying to prepare the potion. So we have 5 grams of this. Don't worry, it's not snow. It's creatine. Of this, also white. No, this is 10 grams. Ooh. I feel like in Breaking Bad. Not good at all. 24 grams of this thing. So that should be like what, 41, 39. One little tire went to medicine hat, one went to swift current. One little tire went to Regina, and one little tire went to Brandon, and one little tire went to Portage, and one little tire went to Winnipeg. Arrived at Balgonie, Regina. We're gonna finish our shake, so when we finish running, I don't lose any more time. It's kind of hot, 17 Celsius, so it's gonna be a hard session. Whoa, hope I survive it well. Session is over. You don't see this in the live stream, but we are refueling right now. The session was, I was right, it was so crushing. I finished the session, all of the 7 repetitions, but on the 5th repetition and the 6th repetition, to maintain the same pace, sadly I had to take like a 30-second stop. I stopped for 30 seconds for my heart rate to drop a little bit and then on. So I'm kind of disappointed about that, because I thought even though I knew it's gonna be like proper hard, I thought I was able to do it. So, but we did a session. I'm kind of obliterated. Luckily for Monster. Hey Monster, sponsor me. And onwards to Winnipeg. Thank you for being patient and taking care of Bob. You're not gonna hear me often say this, but I'm absolutely dead tired. Like, not tired to be dangerous, I'm not sleeping at the wheel, but my whole body is like depleted of whatever I don't have energy. Yesterday, we had the ice cream around 8 in the morning, and then I had one of the Subway sandwiches, the Flying J, around noon, and since noon yesterday until noon today when I did the run, nothing. One banana before the run, about 1 hour before the run. So I'm running on empty, and the session was brutal. And also it was on loose gravel, which requires more effort, and I had a little bit of hill, nothing, but I kind of want to go to sleep, right? But we have 400 kilometers to Winnipeg. We're not going to give up. We're going to reach Winnipeg, but I am so tired. I just want to, but the bigger goal is I have to remember, hey, you have a race. Nice trailers. Finish. Ooh, I see a Kenworth there. We're gonna watch it maybe. Some truck spotting at the end of the shift. Let's bridge to Winnipeg. We have time to maybe pass Winnipeg a little bit. We didn't use Greg Super Cruise today, so it was good. Kinda empty parking lot. For what's the time now? 8 p.m. But it's a Monday, so we'll see. I did the refueling tomorrow. My plan is to wake up at 4. So what's that, in 8 hours, to do my run for tomorrow, and then by 6 we hit the road after 10-hour reset. That's the plan, because I don't want to stop on the road and do run like at Prada and stuff like that. That's another big Kenworth there. Oh, I know those light blue trucks right at the end there. I forgot which company is that. But nothing crazy. Usually here and Calgary and Edmonton we find interesting trucks, like more of a North America vibe. A nice Peterbilt, like a good Kenworth, old Western Star, but not so much today. Well, let's see, nothing there. Let's see this red Kenworth. What's he about? So he's like a farm, I presume. Crop, bulk crop. What is the engine underneath the trailer? That reefer? Or what's that? Wait, what? So he has a reefer there. There's the reefer tank. What in the world is that? No clue. I've been to this company's yard. I delivered to them a skeleton a while back when I was working at my first company. Cannot. It's not one of the big boys, but it's a clean truck. Nice chrome. Another one. Nice. Well, thank you very much for keeping me company. Princess, I've seen what you did. Thank you. That was a very nice surprise. And I'm more joyful now towards the end of my day. So thank you for that. Peter the legend, also thank you. And see you tomorrow.